Now the Cubs win again, 14-9. Of course, this game was going back and forth. Of course, in this game, when it comes to the Cubs beating Minnesota Twins, the Cubs won it 10-6 yesterday, and of course Minnesota had scored first. Same thing with this game, but the Cubs would take the lead both times. The Cubs had a very brief lead in the fourth inning, 4-3, before Minnesota took the lead to make it 7-4, and then the Cubs came back and took it, and then tied it, and they tied it at 7-7, and then it was 9-7 Cubs, and then it was tied 9-9, and then the Cubs scored 5 runs in the 7th, and after that, that was all they would need, and they would go on to win 14-9. Now, Tyler Chatwood, who pitched today's game, didn't, basically, he did pitch 5 innings to qualify for the win. Problem was, he didn't get the win. He got a no decision. No decision's better than having a loss. And instead, Justin Wilson, the relief pitcher, gets the win, and it's his second of the year. But Tyler Chatwood pitched 5 innings, struck out 6. And then Justin Wilson struck out 1, I think. And then Pedro Strop would come in the 9th to finish it out, and he struck out 2. And this is actually one of the first games, I think, this year, or maybe one of the few games that the Cubs have played this year where they didn't hit it, where they actually won the game without hitting any homers. Now, in this game, Zobrist, now these are all the people responsible for actually winning the game here. And you got Zobrist with 3 RBIs. You had Rizzo with 1, Almora with 2. I can never say this guy's name right. It's like Bote or Bodie or something like that. Bote. He got his 6th RBI of the year, but with Rizzo getting his 1 RBI, that puts him at 55. So he's closing in right behind Baez. Baez had 2 today, and that puts him at 59 on the year. Happ had 1 RBI, that puts him at 22. Hayward had 2, that puts him at 37. Contreras had 1, that puts him at 30, and then Russell had 1, and that puts him at 26. And Russell's been struggling this year, so you hope that, and Contreras too, they've both been struggling, so you hope they better hit it up pretty soon. But like I said in the game, you had Tyler Chatwood struck out 6 and walked 3. He gave up 1 homer to one of the guys in Minnesota. And then Dunsing came in the pitch. He walked 2 batters, but I don't think he recorded any outs that I know of. He might have. And then you had Justin Wilson, struck out 1. He got the win, and then Bass came in the pitch, and then Strop, and then that was it. And then I know that Detroit was playing the Toronto Blue Jays, and of course Smoke for Toronto would actually hit a go-ahead homer and hit the game-winning homer in the 9th inning, and that was his 11th homer of the year. And you better hope that he heats up too. But the final score of that game was 4-3. And then for Detroit, it was actually Hicks and Castellanos that hit the 2 homers. Castellanos' home run was a 2-run homer, and Hicks' home run was a solo shot. And then for that one, Boyd struck out 7, and Jimenez struck out 1. And Jimenez would get the loss because he blew the game in the 9th inning, so he would get the loss. And then I think he's a Korean or Asian or something like that, but his name is O, and O gets the win for Toronto since Smoke hit the game-winning homer. That's about it there.